Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your girl Just Bria Jules, coming today with another video. So if you did not read the caption, quarantine with me, anyone? Yes, so I have basically caught COVID, and this is my reality of it and how I chose and decided to deal with it. So yeah, let's get into the video. But before we do, make sure that you like, comment, subscribe, and leave me some encouraging words down below. Thank you in advance. This has definitely been an experience for me. And although it has been similar as far as me having to quarantine alone and really just not have that physical contact when I want it. That's the type of person I am. I'm alone a lot. I'm a loner, okay? I enjoy being alone. But when I want that connection and that interaction, I want it right then and there, unfortunately. That's just the type of person I am. And so it's really been a struggle, like, dealing with that and dealing with those feelings. And of course, it's bringing up trauma and feeling, alone and just sad and depressed and yada, 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 yada. All of those things at one time. So it's just really been exhausting, and it is a mental fight. So, like, really, just to, I guess, start from the beginning. And I'm sorry, excuse my voice, but Spirit has just been on me to, like, video, create, video, create. Literally, these are the words that are in my mind. So it's just like, damn, like, I can't even chill and relax. So it's like I have to do this now, and I just have to, as you can see, I'm here. I'm just recording, okay? I'm just pressing record. But I still feel good right now. I feel like this is what my alignment is. This is what I should be doing. This is what I should be focusing on. This is what I should be putting my time into, whether I'm healing or not, on multiple levels at that. Okay, that part. Yes, so I can start from the beginning. Yes, I get sidetracked, sorry. So I contracted COVID on December 22nd. I had an interaction with the individual, and, like, you know how you just don't want to judge people because they have that first initial cough or whatever, and you're like, okay, let me calm down. And that's me, and it's really my fault, y'all, because I'm talking about, like, I seen the person, and I was like, oh, you look sick. Like, maybe I'm tripping, I don't know. I was not tripping, okay? And whenever you feeling that instinct from the inside, you're not tripping, okay? Follow your instincts at all times, okay? Yes. So that person, we chilling, enjoying the company. And then I, seen a couple of sweat beeps, and I'm like, all right, okay, my mind was just, like, telling me, like, okay, you already got it now. And it's not even funny, but it's funny. Like, you just gotta laugh to keep from crying, because this is a decision that you chose, and now you have to ride with those consequences. And this is what I've been doing, and I'm so blessed. I'm so highly favored that I am doing well. So it started, like I said, I'm sorry, I get sidetracked again. So like I said, it started on the 22nd, but I did not feel true symptoms until the 24th. My throat was hurting a little, so I did the normal, gargle with a little warm water, salt, and it just became drier and drier. And so I'm like, okay. So the next day, and mind you, I'm at my friend's home. She invited me to her home for Christmas. And it was just kind of like, dang, like, don't tell me that I'm actually really sick on Christmas at someone else's home. So I'm really just trying to stay positive. I'm telling my friend, and she's like, calm down, because I'm compulsive obsessive, okay? When something is in my mind or in my head, it's like, I just know it's there, and then it's like I'm spiraling out of control sometimes. So she's like, no, calm down. You don't have. She's steady trying to reassure me. And I'm like, but friend, I don't feel well. Like, and after Christmas, and thank God, like, so I just wasn't feeling well the whole night we were cooking. Well, she was cooking and teaching me. And so the whole night we're cooking, enjoying ourselves. And I'm just like kind of gradually getting worse. But to myself, I'm like, I'm feeling it in my body. I'm feeling, I'm very in tune with my body. So I'm feeling the fatigue. I'm starting to, sniffle. Now I'm starting to sneeze. And I'm like, okay, wow, I'm freaking sick. So I'm like, okay, so Christmas comes, the day of Christmas comes, and I'm like, all right, so I'm gonna wear my mask. Something just kept telling me, wear your mask, like just wear your mask today, because you don't really know, and it's better safe than sorry. So I had it on the entire day, right? So after that, everyone leaves, and I kind of get a headache, like as we're kind of cleaning. I'm like, okay, I'm getting a little headache, but then again, I've been drinking. Don't even ask. So I'm like, yeah, steady trying to make myself believe that I'm fine. I'm just trying to, enjoy the festivities. Anyways, so the next rising, like I was done for. I was out of there. I'm talking about, like, I went down in a matter of hours just from laying down. Maybe when we laid down, maybe like at 2. And then I'm a pretty early riser, and me and my friend as well. And so I think it was maybe like 8. And I was like, friend, I don't feel well at all. And like, that's kind of the last thing I remember before I got really sick. I got chills. I couldn't even open my eyes. Like the back of my eyes were hurting so bad. I had a splitting headache. Definitely had chills for sure. Definitely had body aches. Like I was still trying to, I still rose. I was like, okay, well, let me do a little yoga. Let me, kind of create a sweat, and, but I could not even do yoga. Like just merely on my sit bones, like I was in pain. I couldn't do any type of like any moves, honestly. Like even meditating, I was like literally crying at this point. I'm like, oh my goodness, I feel horrible. I don't know what's going on. But I knew in the back of my mind, I was like, I have COVID. And I was just steady trying to, me and my friend, she was just steady trying to tell me like, no, you can be sick right now. It's okay. We drank a lot. You can have a hangover. Because I had all of the symptoms of a hangover on top of the symptoms with COVID, because mind you, I'm drinking like nothing's wrong with me, right? And I don't even drink really anymore. Like 1 or 2 shots, I'm pretty much done for. So it's like me changing, in my ascension, but I'm still trying to do these things, just in that moment, you know what I'm saying? Just trying to, I guess, fit in, like, basically. So now it's the next day, and my body chills are gone, but I'm still having like symptoms. Like I'm like really tired, and this is Monday, so it's like I'm supposed to be logging in for work, and I'm like, I can't even get out of the bed. I'm just like, I really just can't do anything. I'm using the restroom frequently. I'm not throwing up, but I was definitely just very down, very, very down. Like I knew at this point something was wrong. And then I lost my voice. So I'm losing my voice, and then I'm having like an earache kind of on and off. And by this time, this is the 28th. So I tell my friend it's a Tuesday, and I'm like, I had to call out of work. I was just like, I cannot go to work. Like I can't focus. I can barely even sit up. Like all I can think about is I need to lay down. Like I don't feel well. And so, you know how your body just tells you, like, I need to kind of recoup. Like I'm trying to, I'm trying to shake it off, but I don't know, man. So yeah, this is how I'm feeling. I'm just kind of like, don't be defeated, because that's the first thing in your mind. So I'm just like, okay, all right. So I schedule my test with CVS, and shout out to CVS because they give you, without you having to go to the doctor, they've been here through COVID for a while. Like seriously, I've taken all my tests through them. No paid promotion, but feel free to reach me. So yes, so now it's like I took my test. That was on a Tuesday. I'm telling my friend, I'm like, okay, friend, you know, I was supposed to be there until Friday and then come back home. But I was like, I need to go home. Like, I just don't feel well. I hate being sick at other people's house. Like, I don't know about you, but when I feel sick, I just want to be at home. I want to be in my bed. I want to be like just in the fetal position in my own bed. And just to feel those feels. And so I'm like, okay, so my friend gets off of work and I'm already ready. I'm like, okay, look, let me go ahead and just, you know, leave because I know I feel sick. I know something's not right. And my friend's like, I'm so sorry you feel this way. And, you know, I was supposed to go there to kind of be on a vacation. And I just couldn't because I was freaking sick. So the vibe's just off. You know what I'm saying? My vibe's off, you know. So I'm like, I don't want to be a vibe killer. I just need to go home. So she takes me home and I get home and I'm like kind of feeling better. And I'm like, okay, you know, I rest. So as soon as my friend leaves, like I kind of just, you know, I took a bath and I just laid in bed and I got some onions and I just like put them in my socks. I don't even know why I did it. Don't even ask me why. I was like, I don't feel well. And like, I was like, okay, put onions in your socks. Like I just put them in there. And so I put those in there and then I woke up maybe like, it was maybe like 5 in the morning and I just wasn't, like I couldn't sleep at this point. Like my body is, I really can't even, what are the words for it? Like my body was just like, you know how you get that, that paranoid feeling or that anxious feeling, like your heart's beating fast, your body's like, what's going on? Something's not right. And my body instantly went into that mode and it made me rise out of my sleep. And I just became very, very nervous. And like, I just was like so anxious and I was like crying and I didn't know what was going on. And I was like, oh my goodness, like I could freaking die in here. Like that's all I kept thinking about at this point. And so I was like, hey, let me calm down. So I, you know, just picked my phone up. I was like, okay, let me go do some meditation. Let me just calm down. And I picked my phone up and I had my results. I had a message, you know, from CVS about my results. So I opened my results and I'm like, okay, let's be positive. We don't have COVID. We don't have COVID. But when I opened my results, it said that I was positive for COVID. So as much as I tried to, you know, make myself believe that I didn't, I knew that that something was wrong. And so I was like, I already knew that I had it, you know, even though you try to psych yourself out, it's just, you know, it is what it is now at this point. So I'm sitting in bed and I'm just like, okay, let me wrap my head around this. The first thing I do is I call my friend and I'm like, yes, friend, I had COVID. I told you I had COVID. I knew I had COVID. And she's like, okay, well, calm down. She's like, what? Oh my goodness. You don't have any of the normal symptoms. Mind you, she's a nurse. So she's like, you don't have any of the normal symptoms. She's like, so now she's like kind of in a panic. And I'm like, okay, don't do that. Like, I'm already kind of, you know, like, so she's like, okay, I can't believe it. So she like, you know, of course she's going home now and I've been at her house. So she has to like clean her house top to bottom. And I'm just like apologizing because I was just like, I'm so sorry because, you know, she has a child and I was just very apologetic because it's just horrible. Like, and I'm not even like just trying to like talk, you know, shit or whatever. But it's just like, it really was almost like people are kind of treating this as like a STD. Like they're afraid to say they have it or, or we're like people are like psyching themselves out. You know, like I was like, hey, you know, I don't have it. Let me calm down. Flu season, you know, no, you know, and it's just like, it's very dangerous. So you have to protect yourself. You have to be cautious. Like I said, anytime that you're feeling anything or you just have to protect yourself. Like, at this point in time, you have to understand that when you are around people during this time, these have to be people who you are willing to die for, literally. These are people that you have to verify, would I die for this person right now? Your immune system is not like theirs. Everyone is not going to be able to heal, as we've seen. This has been here almost 2 years. And I have been blessed and grateful to not come in contact with anyone or, you know, and just so happened that moment that I allowed myself to, the moment that I didn't listen to my inner, I got caught slipping, you know what I'm saying? And that's just the reality of it. And you have to come to grips with it and respect it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just what you have to do. So, it's kind of like, you know, when you, at first, when you kind of tricking yourself out and then you finally realize like, yeah, okay, I have this. Now your body kind of goes into this full blown, like, oh my God, we're freaking out, you know? So this is happening to me. So, and I live alone. And it was very like, I didn't really know who to call, like who to talk to. But luckily my best friend, she is always there. And she just had a baby. And like, so I really love you. I love you. I love you so much. And just like my little tribe, I'm so happy. I'm so grateful. I'm so happy, you know, that I've been able to come in contact with certain individuals, you know, and have that connection with them, and they be able to fill me up when I am empty. And that is a very, it's something I hold true and near to my heart, you know, and I appreciate that. I value that. I honor that. You know what I'm saying? And they already know whenever they need from me, they always have me. And that's just how it should be. The tribe that's in, it's not about the people who, you know what I'm saying, like you were grown up with or in the same household. Family isn't family, you know. Family is the true tribe that you create and you connect and align with. So yes. So, okay, so now I'm on like my 3rd day of quarantine. And mind you, the entire time of my quarantine, today is January 5th, and today is my 7th day of quarantine. Yes, today is my 7th day of quarantine. And so, yeah, I think it's 7. Yeah, 7 or 6, one of those. So I am, as you can see, I'm looking okay. Thank you. You know, thank you, Most High. So I'm looking okay, but I have had no medication. I have been blessed to only drink herbs and use all natural remedies while going through, you know, battling and defeating and kicking COVID's ass. Like, I have been on Clove, just to name a couple of things that I've used. Of course, onions, white onion, yellow onion, and red onion. I've used nettle, I've used cat's claw, sea moss, of course. What are some other ones? I probably should have written them down. So sorry, guys. I just pressed record. But I can name a few in my description below. So yeah, that's what I'll do because I can't think right now. So yeah, so I've been drinking tea maybe 4 times a day. As of today, as far as my symptoms, I'm still sweating a lot. I change clothes a lot. I've been just taking a lot of baths and, you know, spiritual baths, healing baths. If you want to know a video about those, definitely drop it down below as well. I would definitely be happy to tell you more about spiritual baths and all of the benefits that they have for not only your body, but for just your spirit in general. Orange juice, a lot of organic orange juice, or eating just an orange, like keeping my vitamin C high. Yeah, so, and water, nothing else. Like, those are the only 2 things. Since the 23rd, I've actually lost 14 pounds. I weighed myself this rising. I've lost 14 pounds just because it really does take away your appetite. Like, it's like one of those, I'm happy, but not, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, you just have to look for the good in everything, and that's one of the good things for me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm finding the good in everything for 2022. Like, that's just what I'm doing. And everybody's like, you know, that's why I really didn't want to tell people, you know, when they message me, like my friends are like, oh, I'm so sorry you caught it. But I'm just like, don't be sorry. Like, it is what it is. It's an experience. I am beyond blessed that I am able to you know what I'm saying, count this as my first victory of the year, my first W for the year, period. That's just what this is to me. And so I just had to come and just record that a little and give you a little bit of insight from me. Thank you for your prayers. Thank you for everyone who has reached out to me, who has come, dropped things off for me, just when I couldn't do anything for myself. I'm continuing to get healthy. I'm continuing to get stronger each day as far as my breathing on my own. And I'm just very, very grateful, very, very grateful. I can't say that enough, because so many people, I've had family members lose their lives, and you know, this is just something that we have to get used to, and we have to adapt to it. You know what I'm saying? And still keep our sanity while doing these things, and still, you know, not allow this to distract us. Because I can definitely say that it did almost kind of distract me and take my mind to that negative sinking place. And I was just like, what? Wait, what? No, I was like, no, ma'am, Miss Bria Jules, I'm gonna need you to get up. I'm gonna need you to reevaluate some things. You know, I had to go look in the mirror and really just tell myself I am strong. My body is healing every day. Just affirmations over and over and over, no matter what I was doing. And that is also something that helped me to stay sane and grounded. And also my crystals, they really helped me, Like, I'm talking, I was just putting them all over my body, speaking life into my body and through those crystals. And then on top of all of this, mind you, we're going through, we had the solstice, we have all of this new energy. So I'm still like going through my awakening, still, you know what I'm saying? Still like feeling all of this new energy within, and you know, so it's just been a lot at one time. And I'm just blessed that I never look like what I go through. Because that's just who I am. That's just, you know, I'm Source. That's who I was created through. And he just never fails me. Like, no matter what it looks like, no matter what my mind tries to make me feel like it is, I know that the universe is rigged in my favor. And that's just what it is. That's just who I am. Yes, let's sip on that one. So thank you so much for taking time to come and quarantine with me. I appreciate you. I honor you. I love you. I hope that you are having an amazing day. I want you to be safe. I want you to put yourself first. And I want you to always listen to your inner, no matter what it is, what situation. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing day. I love you.